Okay, we'll look at spheres now. So the formula for the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, and the formula for the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Now the good thing about these is they're given to you in a formula booklet, so you don't have to learn them, you just have to be able to use them. So our first one then, calculate the volume of the following spheres, given your answers to 2 decimal places. So volume is 4/3 pi r cubed, so that's 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. So on your calculator, 4/3 by pi by 3 cubed, and that gives us 113.1 centimeters cubed. Our second one then, part B, this time it gives you the diameter, so the radius then is going to be 3.5. So our volume is going to be 4/3 by pi by 3.5 cubed. So 4/3 by pi by 3.5 cubed on your calculator, and we get 179.59, and this time our diameter's in meters, so our volume is meters cubed. Number 2 then, calculate the volume of the sphere given your answer in terms of pi. So 4/3 pi r cubed, remember, is the formula. So it's 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. And we do that, we get that that's 36 pi. And remember, you still need the units, so it's centimeters cubed. Question 3 then, find x. So this time we're looking for the radius, and we're given that the volume is 200. So we'd write 200 equals 4/3 pi times x cubed. So we're going to bring that 4/3 pi across and divide by it, and that gives us x cubed. So on your calculator, 200 divided by 4/3 pi, and we get that x cubed is 47.75. To get x then, we get the cube root of that. So do the cube root of your answer, and we get 3.63, and that's centimeters because it's the radius. Question 4 is similar, only in 3 we were looking for the radius, and now we're looking for the diameter. So remember, volume is 4/3 pi r cubed, so put 50 equals 4/3 pi times r cubed. So we divide by the 4/3 pi to get r cubed. So 50 divided by 4/3 pi on your calculator should give you 11.937. To get r, it's the cube root of that. So again, on your calculator, the cube root of your answer should give you 2.29. And then that's the radius. So y is the diameter. So we're going to multiply our answer by 2, and we get 4.57 centimeters. Question 5, calculate the volume of a hemisphere with a base of radius 8 centimeters. So hemisphere, it's half a sphere. So if the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, the volume of a hemisphere then is half that, so 2/3 pi r cubed. So that's 2/3 by pi by 8 cubed. So on our calculators, 2/3 by pi by 8 cubed, and that gives us 1072.33, and our units would be centimeters cubed. Onto the surface area then for question 6. Calculate the surface area of the following. So our area is 4 pi r squared. So that's 4 by pi by 5 squared. So 4 by pi by 5 squared, and that gives us 314.16, and it's centimeters squared because it's area. Our next one, for part B, it gives you that the diameter is 0.9, so we need to find the radius. It's going to be half of that, so 0.45. So our area is 4 pi r squared, so that's 4 by pi by 0.45 squared. So 4 by pi by 0.45 squared, and we get 2.54, and the units would be millimeters squared. Our seventh one, find the surface area of the following sphere given your answer in terms of pi. So first thing again, it has the diameter, so we need to say that the radius is 4 centimeters, and then our area is 4 pi r squared, so it's 4 by pi by our radius, which is 4 squared, so that's 4 by 16, which gives us 64 pi, and our units, remember, even though pi is there, we still need our units, so it's centimeters squared. Question 8 then, find x in each of the following given your answers to 2 decimal places. So this time we're given the surface area and we have to find out what x is. So x is our radius in part A. So remember, we have that our area is 4 pi r squared. So that's 50 equals 4 pi x squared. So the first thing we're going to do is bring that 4 pi across and divide by it to get what x squared is. So on your calculator, 50 divided by 4 pi, and we get 3.98, and then x is going to be the square root of that. And again on your calculator, and it's 1.99, and our units are centimeters. For part B then, x is the diameter, so we need to find the radius first. So 4,800 equals 4 pi r squared. So 4,800 divided by 4 pi will give you r squared. So on your calculator, 4,800 divided by 4 pi gives us 381.97. And then the radius is the square root of that. So square root of your answer in the calculator is 19.54. So therefore x is the diameter, so it's 2 times our 19.54, which gives us 39.09, and our units are centimeters. Part C, we're still trying to find x, and we're given the surface area. So this time it's in terms of pi. So 16 pi equals 4 pi x squared. So the first thing we can do is cancel the pi's on both sides. So we get 16 equals 4x squared. So we divide 16 by 4, and we get that x squared is 4. So we know x is the square root of 4, which is 2, and our units are centimeters. And question 9 then, a glass paperweight shown below. It's a hemisphere, so it's half a sphere with a diameter of 9. Find the surface area of the paperweight. Now, the radius is going to be 4.5 centimeters then. So we've got this curved bit. So if the area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared, the area of this curved bit is going to be 2 pi r squared, half of it. So that's 2 by pi by 4.5 squared. So 2 by pi by 4.5 squared on your calculator, and you get 127.2. Now, but we also have the base of this paperweight. So it's asking for the total area, so we need to find the base as well. And hopefully you can imagine what that looks like. That's going to be a circle. So we're finding the area of a circle, and we know that that's pi r squared. So that's pi by 4.5 squared. So pi by 4.5 squared gives us 63.62 centimeters squared. So our answer is these two added together. So we've got 127.2 added to our 63.62, and we get 190.82 centimeters squared.